dad told me many tales about the Oxford Circle section of Northeast Philly. This one, the year before I was born in 1950. He said all the cop cars in creation converged on Kindred Street near our Satter Street home. They caught themselves an atom spy.
One of the greatest peacetime spy dramas in the nation's history reaches its climax as Julius Rosenberg and Morton Sobel, convicted of revealing atomic secrets to the Russians, enter the federal building in New York to hear their doom. Another of the spy ring, Mrs. Ethel Rosenberg, who with her husband was convicted of actually transmitting the secrets to Russia through Soviet diplomatic channels.
It was May 23, 1950. The Phillies, who later went on to win the pennant, were shut out 1-0 that night by Pittsburgh's William McDonald. At the Acme, a 5-pound bag of potatoes cost 25 cents. A quart of milk, 18 cents. It was ladies' night at the Benner Theater. Ovenware was the free gift. But an event that rocked Philadelphia, the nation, and the world took place on quiet Kindred Street in the Oxford Circle section that spring night in 1950. Harry Gold was arrested as a spy who helped the Russians to obtain the secrets of the atomic bomb. Neither family nor friend could believe that such a shy, bookish man, an unassuming soul who delighted in classical music and tuning in the athletics on the radio, could take part in such a sinister crime. Gold was arrested for being the American courier of British physicist spy Klaus Fuchs, and for this, Harry Gold spent 16 years in jail. More importantly, Harry Gold's testimony led to the indictment of Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, other key members of the atomic spy ring, and the only Americans ever to be executed in peacetime for espionage.
In recognizing a communist, physical appearance counts for nothing. If he openly declares himself to be a communist, we take his word for it. If a person consistently reads and advocates the views expressed in a communist publication, he may be a communist.
Our story must be looked at in the context of the repressive McCarthy era, when Americans were hungry to find a scapegoat for the Russians getting the bomb. As the facts were stated, Harry Gold obtained the A-bomb secrets from Ethel Rosenberg's brother, David Greenglass, in Albuquerque, New Mexico in 1945. Greenglass was a machinist employed by the top-secret Manhattan Project, which sought to develop the bomb. Gold's ID signal for Greenglass was supposedly half a Jell-O box provided by the Rosenbergs. Gold allegedly matched his half with Greenglass's half, saying, "I'm from Julius." Harry Gold had a reputation for fantasy, and only with FBI coaching could he identify Greenglass positively. Some feel he never met with Greenglass, and that his Albuquerque hotel registration was forged. The front of the slip was stamped June 3, 1945, but the rear of the registration was strangely marked June 4th, contrary to all the hotel's normal procedures. Although few doubt the Rosenbergs were spies, many questioned the need to execute them. Noted physicists felt that the simple drawings supposedly taken could not have been of much assistance in making an atomic weapon. What do we know about the strange life of Harry Gold? He was born in Switzerland and emigrated to America with his family when he was about 2. He grew up on the 2500 block of South Phillip in South Philly near the tough section called the Neck. Bookworm Harry had few friends, and he was an easy target for the anti-Semitic tough guys from the Neck who taunted him on the way to the library or in the Sharswood schoolyard. In these formative years, Gold wrongly began to see Russia as a model society free of oppression. Gold went on to be a lab assistant at Pennsylvania Sugar Refining. It was here that he got into espionage, stealing industrial secrets. He studied chemistry and got a degree from Xavier University in Cincinnati. The Golds moved from South Philly to the 5000 block of Boudinot Street in Feltonville and to Kindred Street in 1944. Strangely, the convicted spy Harry Gold had a positive side. While confined in Lewisburg Federal Penitentiary, Pennsylvania, for 16 years, he taught inmates science and was commended by the U.S. Public Health Service for his work on diabetes detection. Harry Gold was paroled in 1966. He returned to live with his brother Joe on Kindred Street. Harry Gold worked quietly the last several years of his life at John F. Kennedy Hospital, teaching lab assistants and patenting a diabetes test kit. Harry Gold died on the operating table in 1972 during open-heart surgery, taking the terrible secrets of the Rosenberg case to his grave. He was buried in Northeast Philly's Har Nebo Cemetery. Gold's death was not publicized until 1975. Gold's brother Joe died in 1989. In a strange footnote to the case, Joe Gold left a $50,000 gift to the Penn Law School in honor of Harry Gold's attorney, Gus Ballard. Ballard saved Harry Gold's life during the most sensational spy trial of the 20th century, but he was not paid one dime for his services.